Hello there. This is CJ Davidson from That Other Web Show. What's up? Happy Thursday, September 23rd, 2021. We have a special guest in the house, Ms. Joycelyn Lew. Yay!
Yay!
I have known, as we were just saying, I have known Ms. Lew since 1994 when I first started my radio show called That Other Radio Show with her, I guess, tenant back then, or roommate, I believe.
Yes, roommate.
Armone. He had a little engineering outfit in the garage. And then
his recording studio.
And then we met Ms. Joycelyn, and we invited her to do some voice work, and she sure did do good back then, and she's doing good right now. So tell us about yourself and your story, Ms. Joycelyn.
Well, I just was a Hollywood girl. I started when I was 4 because my mother did extra work, and she would bring me on the set, and that's kind of how I started. I was just doing all these movies as a little actually kid. I was like 4, and so I've been doing it my whole life. And my mother worked for William Holden in the day before I was born, and my dad, and they worked for my dad chauffeured like Marilyn Monroe and Jean Harlow, and had the old Hollywood stories. And they had Lucille Ball for dinner, and my dad said, and she brought that Cuban fella.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
goodness.
That was such cool stories.
So cool. Now tell us about who was both of your parents Asian? Where did they come from as far as background?
My mother was born in San Francisco, but my dad was adopted. So I just did my DNA because I didn't know exactly what I was. And I was all kinds of things I didn't even know I was.
Many people don't.
Yeah, I've got like 5 different things that I know about that, if it's accurate, who knows, right?
Right.
So I thought I was Chinese mainly, but then I found out Vietnamese and Malaysian and Indonesian and Filipino. And so it's kind of fun because that way you can play anything.
That's true. That's true. And you're such a good actress. You should be able to play anything anyway. I'm sure you
That's right. And I like to do my voices because I like to have fun.
What kind of voices do you do?
I like to do all kinds of different accents. And
Southern ladies.
Strangely enough, I think, did I do an English accent for you? I think I did. I don't know, but I know that our mom, oops, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I'll edit this out.
My phone is a little bit flappy. It needs a little pumping.
You gotta turn the vibrate off here.
It just, it collapsed. So, I've just been doing like comedy and impressions, and I have a stand-up routine to take off on Mae West. It's Mae East.
Saw that. It was wonderful, delightful to see. A little bit. You do unleash the underbelly of the humor. I noticed that it did get a little rough there, shall we say?
Well, it's a double entendres because Mae West was just a cut above. Her first play was called Sex. So I was investigating her life, and sometimes I would riff off her jokes and make them my own. Sure. She'd go, "Is that a gun in your pocket? Or are you just glad to see me?" So I would go, so I would say, "Is that an egg roll in your pocket? Or are you just glad to see me?" And so I start mine using a little bit of the Asian persuasion, and I just kind of change it around, and it's kind of like fun, but I dress blonde. I mean, I do a whole blonde number.
I saw that. We have that on the website. It's
let me just text her and tell her I'll call her later.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay.
I'll pause. Oh, okay. Yes, we have that. It's a wonderful act you've got there, and the wig really makes it hot. So
I kind of look like her, but hard to believe, but I do have sort of her features.
You do?
Angeline, told me that. She goes, "You look just like Mae West." So what we do is we get together at night and we watch Mae West movies together.
You do? So, okay, so you hang out with Angeline, do you?
Yeah. I
Oh,
have
that
a printing company and she's my client and I do all her t-shirts and her business cards and
nice.
all different kinds of merchandise because a lot of entertainers have merchandise and I printed over like 15,000 shirts for her.
Now you don't actually have the print shop in your home. You're just brokering
Well, I
the
do
deal, or
I actually do like the art, in
you
my
design for her.
office.
You design for
Yeah.
her. Okay.
And then my brother was working with his printer, so we were always working with him for a long time. And so he just has the best, like when I do tour books for Jeff Dunham, I use him. So I've got and I do the Burbank Film Festival programs, but right now with COVID, they've kind of put it a little bit on hold.
Yeah.
So, but I do have a calendar and I'm on my 7th edition.
You could show us your calendar if you'd like.
Oh, well, I'd have to go get it.
Oh, okay.
Unless I can text somebody to bring it to me. But yeah, I sold out of this year's and I'm working on next year's. It's already printed. So I'm working on the next year because you always have to be a little step ahead. So I'm going to Vegas in a couple weeks and I shoot a lot of stuff in Vegas. We were doing like a tribute to old time Hollywood actors.
Oh,
so
nice.
I made myself last week into Faye Dunaway and Ava Gardner. But I have all these different characters that I do. And so I'm a hair and makeup artist as well. So I like to just fool around with different characters and make myself look different. And I actually look so different that at my I was at a holiday party and I had a manager and he introduced himself to me. And I said, I already know you. You're my manager. He didn't even recognize me.
Oh, I mean, he just likes that look. He just likes that look. Because
I do redheads and blondes. I have a whole drawer full of different. And then one time I did a Japanese geisha for a job, and I was standing under this umbrella, and this lady goes, "Do you speak English?" And I went, "Yes." And it was just fun.
Yeah, it's nice
to mess with people.
Yeah, the internet does that. So I think you have to do it, that way first. And now
my roommate just got the calendar.
Oh, very nice. See, look at that. 2022. You want to show us some of your hot pictures, Ms. Joycelyn Lew?
I'll show you one of the. Here's my Halloween picture. Can you see it?
I see it. Looks nice. That is
nice. And
this
is a bathing suit picture.
That's a nice one too.
And here's my mermaid picture.
Ooh, I love your costumes and your wigs.
And then I have, let's see, I've got so many different ones. It just depends on what you like. This is my can picture.
That's nice.
So they're all different,
They're nice. And how much for a copy of those beautiful?
It's $20.
Oh, that's not bad.
13 months.
13
and
months.
And I autographed it. And this is my Christmas picture.
Do we get a kiss with lipstick on it?
If you wish.
There you go. $20 and you get the whole Megillah.
Yeah, and sometimes I write little, notes on it and things. Depends on, I try to see when somebody has a birthday so that on their birthday they could come to the side and then they could see. Here's my gypsy picture.
That is gorgeous.
So this was shot in Vegas. This was a lake bed. I think we shot that. But they're all different, and I always change. And this is the back and kind of shows you some of the different looks.
Very nice.
But I've been doing this this is my 6th or 7th edition. I don't exactly remember what. I think it's at least my 6th one. So I've got different ones. And then people buy it. Once they buy it, they seem to buy it every year. So I built up a kind of following on that, it's nice because sometimes people come over and get it.
There you
and get to
go.
meet them. Or
That's
else sometimes they'll say, well, if I'm going to be somewhere, they'll say, oh, I'll come to where you are. Because I was at farmer's market at my birthday lunch, and this guy said, I'll buy your calendar if you could bring it.
nice. Nice. Now, do you run into any fans who are, shall we say, psychotic or anything?
All the time,
What day is it?
every day.
Every day of
No,
the week, twice on
they're not.
Sunday.
Well, everybody's different. I have
Oh
different
boy.
fans with different fetishes because I am a body parts model. And sometimes you don't even know if they have this fetish. Well, this is funny because I cut hair. And I had this one guy that came in the summer, and I usually wear boots, just wear boots all the time.
Right.
But I was wearing sandals, and he goes, oh, did you get a pedicure? And I said, no, my feet are always like this. And he goes, would you like a foot massage? And I went, okay. So I kind of forgot about it. I gave him a haircut, and then I was sitting at the table, and all of a sudden he sits on the floor and he starts,
Massaging your feet.
massaging my feet. And then all of a sudden I look down and he's laying on the ground and he puts my feet on his face. And
Well,
okay, then I guess he's got a foot fetish. But just about that time,
it's not intense.
my roommate walked in.
Oh, it's not as intense as others that I've heard, so that's good. It's just his face he put your feet on. So
no, there's more. And then all of a sudden he takes my foot and he sticks it in his mouth, and my roommate walks in just about then, and he's like, he goes, hey guy, what's happening? What's new? It's like nothing, acting like it's like a normal day, And so I kind of forgot, that he did that, except for then he asked me the next time if he wanted, if I wanted him to do that. And I said, no, because, I don't like walking on spit.
Yeah.
He said, I don't mind that you did the massage, but you went beyond the massage. And then I had to wash my feet because I didn't want to put spit inside my shoes.
Sure.
And so that was just a little inconvenient. But I mean, it wasn't the worst thing ever, except for, his teeth. I mean, he didn't gum my feet. He had teeth, so that wasn't as comfortable as you might imagine.
Well, I'm glad that it didn't get any worse than that. I'm sure you've had worse than that, and we don't have to get into anything as bad as that.
It's an adventure, right?
Oh boy, yeah. Living in LA, everybody will agree that this place is an adventure. It's like a mishmash of humanity.
No animals were harmed. No animals were harmed during this time. Good. Nobody got hurt. We all made it safe and sound, so I can't complain.
Now, you haven't had to run across any stalkers, have you, who just are obsessed about Joycelyn?
Yes, I did. I did actually one time. I was dating the guy that was in Basic Instinct with Sharon Stone, and he was with me.
There was a lot of guys. Which one was that?
The one that she killed in Basic Instinct with Johnny Boggs, the rock star.
Oh, I forget, but yes, somebody,
Well, this one guy, every time he would flowers, he brought me flowers every day for a week, and it was kind of first it was nice, but then it got a little scary because I'm thinking, oh my God, this is a little bit too much. And so he came unexpectedly at my door, and I opened the door and he gave me the flowers while I was just leaving. And then my boyfriend he's a pretty big guy, he was in back of me. And so he walked out right after me. And after that, the guy didn't show up anymore. So that was kind of like the way that I didn't mean to get rid of him either way, but that happened. It kind of intimidated him.
Good. I'm glad that.
But he kind of scared me because he said the first time, he said, do you want to grab some dinner? And I thought it was going to be casual, but I didn't know he was going to have flowers and he'd like plan this thing. It wasn't like as casual as I thought it was, because he said, do you want to grab dinner? That doesn't sound like, would you like a romantic candlelight dinner with flowers? It's totally different. And so then I get in the car and we were going to go back, and he parks the car on the side of Mulholland and told me to get out. And I went, oh dear. That was a little scary.
Okay. So you've worked with a lot of celebrities. Who is the weirdest celebrity you've worked with?
Well, I don't know if he's weird. I just had
or she or they or whoever.
Well, I did the original Kung Fu series. I had the largest part ever written for a female. And
in the 70s, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
With
The
Mr.
last
David
season.
Carradine, who choked
Yes.
himself by
Yes.
by being naughty with himself.
And it was a little difficult because he was kind of on drugs, I would think. I would just say he's on drugs. And I said, the reason you look Asian is because you can't open your eyes. You know?
Okay.
And then he wouldn't remember his lines. And so I knew his lines and my lines. And so corner of my mouth, I would tell him his lines. I would say what he was supposed to say. And this is a very heavy duty crime scene. So I had to keep crying in the middle of trying to do his lines and my lines. And then I had a scene in bed with him. And the hairdresser said, you'd think he could have showered knowing he had to do a bed scene. And I said, oh, can you tell? She goes, oh, we can smell it from here.
Can I pull up that scene if I shared my desktop with you in the
it's called The Arrogant Dragon.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. Hang on, The Arrogant Dragon. Let me pull it up first so that, wow. Would you mind if I asked how old you were when this scene occurred?
You know, I don't remember because I don't remember. I do so many
You can just say you were legal. Just say you were legal and that'll cover everything, dear.
Yeah. Well, I played the daughter of a Tong leader, so I was the daughter, so I wasn't real old, but
okay, Kung Fu.
Exactly.
And that was which one?
The Arrogant Dragon.
Arrogant Dragon. Arrogant. It's arrogant.
Yeah.
Arrogant Dragon. Oh, here we go. Tong. And then
I play Kem.
Kem.
Yeah.
Wow, I recognize these actors. Kem. Let's see if you're here. Let's go ahead and share the screen and let's see how we do here. All right, so maybe you can guide me down. Arrogant Dragon, and maybe we can find you.
Wow, I didn't know you could do that.
All kinds of cool things we can do. There's the Arrogant Dragon, but there's no hot and sexy.
It wasn't sexy. It was I was trying to get him to help my dad who they were trying to murder.
There's a girl there.
Oh, another girl.
That's not you?
Hold on, I had to get rid of that. Everybody keeps calling me. Where? Is that the Arrogant Dragon?
This is the Arrogant Dragon.
No, that's the Arrogant. Oh.
Kung Fu Arrogant. Brought down a peg. Arrogant Tong.
So you can't get the whole show, right? It just clips.
Let's see if I can get the whole show. Arrogant Dragon, whole show. Let's see. Let's see if we can use a filter and let's get this over 20 minutes. The best Chinese action kung fu movie in English. Or no, it doesn't look like they are the English sub.
Yeah, it's not that easy to get, is it?
It isn't. You should have clips saved up of your
I have
your work.
I have
my dear.
On my website. I have some episode. I mean, I've got what do you call it? Demo. My demo reel.
See what we get when we bring up Joycelyn Lew.
It's just Joycelyn.com.
Okay, so there you are.
That's my cooking. Oh, I have a cooking show. I forgot to tell you. I'm a magician I have a cooking show on Amazon Prime. The purple hair was my last one.
The cucumber salad.
Yeah. That's Andre Ray, who was in the band LTD. He sang On the Wings of Love.
Oh my God, was that him?
Yes. So he, you know what? He loved my show so much. He said that he wanted to be on it. He said it's more fun than a human has the right to.
so we'll watch a little bit, a clip. And you're missing your left channel on this. I only hear the right side.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am. You could tell. Can you tell?
Why would that be?
Oh my! If I was Stevie Wonder, I could see that.
Well, sometimes whoever the editor is, or
we're gonna make a cucumber salad.
I'll refresh it. Maybe it'll. Maybe it'll.
Since he had the purple do-rag, I put purple hair.
Yeah, this starts out. You can tell this starts off. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the purple. That's cute. That's a cute outfit.
Welcome.
See, now you can tell the light side is left side is out.
It's a very hot summer day, so I thought I would bring on a really cool guest.
You can only hear the right side, but that's okay. I mean, as long as you can hear something. But it looks gorgeous. It looks like a nice cheesy wig.
Hey, Andre!
You're looking good. Looking good.
Well, what a coincidence. I think we look like twins.
Absolutely.
Identical even.
Gold and glitz.
Well, you better watch out now.
That's right.
This is too much fun for humans to enjoy.
Now, I have brought in some keyboard just for you.
I was wondering why that keyboard was sitting there.
Okay. So this is a nice array of cooking shows you have here. And you can just go to youtube.com/Joycelyn Lew.
But if you just go to joycelyn.com, then there is a demo reel in there.
Joycelyn.com?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you got that, huh? How nice.
I know, because there's no other Joycelyn. Well, there is.
No, the only time I ever heard that name was on Schitt's Creek.
Really?
Have you
See,
seen...
there's your bondage picture that you like.
Oh, this one?
No, the other one. Well, that's Samurai Cop 2. I play evil.
Nice.
That's my logo.
That's nice. You have some nice pictures.
There's the bondage.
The bondage one that's so hot.
Yeah. That was a actual commercial for the backdrop. And they said they never really sold that backdrop till I did that picture, and it became very popular.
Nice. Got some good stuff here. Okay, so you keep your latest news up. There's your calendar where you look like
Angeline,
the 15th
I'm in
month.
her new documentary.
Really?
Yes, I'm dressed as her like that. And then Pink is also dressed like her. She's in it too.
Goodness gracious, Agnes. 15-month calendar. Boy, I like your years. I get 2 more months. I get 3 more months out of the year. All right. So you have a demo reel here for us?
Yeah.
Acting voice reel? Is this it?
Yeah. Acting or voice. Well, I have both. One's acting, one's voice.
Oh my goodness. Look at this young Joycelyn.
Hi, guys.
We brought Miss Wong in from one
Jose
of our
Ferrer.
businesses here in San Francisco.
Come, I
Miss Wong
can't.
took first aid in high school, and she studied.
Here, I can't hear. I'm going to go big.
She studied life-saving techniques.
Life-saving
We
technique.
brought Miss Wong in from one of our businesses here in San Francisco.
Wow.
Miss Wong took first aid in high school, and she studied life-saving techniques under a lifeguard last summer.
Mouth to mouth and all that.
Get rid of the club.
That's Jackie Chan.
Did you and him ever
Finally. My God.
No,
finally.
he didn't speak English
May,
when I first met him.
this is my father.
Hi, Dad.
So what? He understands one language.
That's from the Kung Fu.
Father.
Oh, this is from Kung Fu?
I did not need to
Yeah.
see. The judgment has been made. I must prepare to die.
No. Must not be.
We must now concern ourselves with you, with your life.
I
cannot think of myself, Father. Father, I carry Lee Tom's child.
Now, did you cry on cue?
Yes.
Nice.
Sorrows run together.
I should not wish to sorrow you, Father. I love Lee Tom truly. He left me to earn money so that he could approach you honorably.
Then he will return.
No. He is dead.
Sweet, cute, innocent
What's
little
this?
boy. Is this your first time?
That was
No, I'm just one of those romantic
Revenge
types.
of the
I'd
Stolen
rather talk.
Stars with Klaus Kinski.
Beautiful young muscles you have, Rusty darling.
Please.
All right, I'll do whatever you like. It's your time.
And maybe we could join Charlie and Jean now.
Ooh.
Interrupt us.
You got a right.
Get a man your own age.
Oh, the Jeffersons.
You wouldn't want that to happen, honey. A dame ain't a pretty sight once Vinny gets through with them. No. Oh, which reminds me of the time at Amadillo when the sheriff dropped his hat in the church. I couldn't control myself. I got right up there and flipped. Oh, really? And then what happened? The sheriff locked me up in the jail and spent the weekend with me.
Now, you appear to be qualified to repair me.
Was that porn?
Absolutely certain
No.
you can find the defective
It was a
component
comedy.
if I tell
It
you
was
where to
called
look.
Casting Agency.
No problem.
All right, my electronics
at the
drawer is
Cannes Film
unlatched.
Festival.
Pull it straight out until it
And
locks.
this was a commercial, an industrial for Edson's
just a
Tools.
jiffy. Mr. Zippy.
I was playing Alice in a...
Oh, God.
My baby!
That was wild.
That's the Fall Guy.
Is this seat taken?
Not at all.
Wow. You had a nice career
Can I buy
back
you a drink?
then.
Why, how nice. My usual, Freddie.
One bottle of Cordon Rouge coming up. A bottle of Cordon Rouge?
It's all right, isn't it? If I'm going to have to handle the man who drinks
We're
December
good.
specials, I want some ammunition.
Tell me, Marshall, do you have what it takes to rise to this challenge?
Hey, this is my corner.
All right, my Nick.
You don't own this corner. Ooh, either that's a soul. Whoa, yeah.
What the else is this? Beyond the
That's
Light.
called...
What was that?
Called, that was... what's the name of that? It was
Wow.
another comedy. What was the name of that? Hold on. It was...
Don't remember that crazy shit?
I remember the name. It was a cute name. It was like when somebody's trying to get a date and it's something .com. Oh, it was like match.con instead of con, because she
Got
kept
it.
trying to find dates and like they would be not what they advertised.
Okay.
You know, it
so
would be like too old or just all kinds of stuff. That's just some of the stuff. You know, I've got like
great. That looks
that's
great.
Cloris Leachman I interviewed because I was doing I was hosting for Time Warner Cable. It was called Entertainment and Sports Tonight or Today or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. So then I've done a bunch of different hosting jobs. I don't know, you know, there's so many. That's me hosting with Lou Ferrigno.
Joycelyn Lew.
Yeah, I remember.
Entertainment and Sports Today, live at the
Who were you working for? Who was the
Rock of Ages?
Entertainment and
I'm
Sports
Richard Grieco. Watch me
Today.
coming up next. I think they did a great job with it. I mean,
Okay.
it's always hard to do
So
a remake of a TV
you had a
show
nice
magazine,
career
so,
there.
I mean, I think-
And it looks like after the 80s, it looks like things just kind of like.
I'm executive producer.
No, I
creator,
did this
Gigolos.
only about
Great, you're
5 years ago.
amazing.
Oh, okay.
Is that how you warm up on
I
Dancing
just
with
look
the
the
Stars?
same.
No.
I just started laughing.
This was a nice gig.
Clarky made me laugh all the time. He always had me by the ankles, and my chest was down on the floor, spilling out onto the carpet.
Hello?
And then we just laughed till I wet my pants, and then we'd have to go to dinner. I gained a pound a day.
You're
so limber. I can't even believe that. You're amazing.
I used to be limp.
That's wonderful. Is it going to be a comedy?
It's kind of a comedy sometimes. And then I have a movie called The Fields.
Too bad she
which
passed
is opening
away.
very shortly.
Yeah, too bad. All of us do.
Yeah,
kind of,
that's true.
Scary. It's called The Fields.
Well, we'll be looking forward
But I got
seeing
to meet
you in
Priscilla
anything you're in. We're
Presley.
just very big fans
You
of
did
yours.
good. You did good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me stop this share and get serious with you. All right. Well done. A nice.
So I got.
Yes, very nice.
I just do a lot of different things.
You
so
did.
I have that Radio Vault Mystery Theater. I've been doing that this year. I've done about 12 episodes.
Nice. You've had a nice career.
Well, I'm still doing that. I was doing the Magic Castle last year too. Well, February was our last show, and then we got booked again this year. And then just like I'm always doing something. I have 2 movies coming out this year. Amityville Rising, that's being edited, and I think it should be out in a month or 2. And then I've got another one. I play a zombie, of course.
Of course.
Well, I don't start out that way. I just become that way, and then I infect the whole town. So it's a pretty fun. It's fun. And then I have one called Teenage Vampire, and so I just play a realtor in that. And you know, the house was like haunted and everything, and I'm selling it. That's another one. And then I'm scheduled to do one called The Boss Man later on this year. And it's kind of a James Bond character, you know, part, but she's an interior designer. And so that's just easy. It's an easy thing.
Well done. Well done, my dear. And I want to thank you. Oh, I did want to ask you, I was watching an interview with James Hong, as you remember. God bless you. As you know, the infamous or the wonderful, the famous James Hong, who's been in this business for 50 years at least. You know, anyway, he was celebrating his career, and he was discussing how difficult and in this time I would be neglectful if I did not ask you the obvious question: how difficult is it to get work being an Asian American?
Well, because I, you know, can pass as a blonde for some reason, I've gotten some weird jobs. I actually, this is the weirdest job I ever had. I was hired as a redhead. Now, this is bizarre, right? They flew me to Chicago. It was for the Danny Bonaducci show. And this black guy's dream date was a white woman with red hair. I don't know why they hired me, but they paid me like $700 for an hour. And it was like, they flew me to Chicago. They gave me per diem, plane fare, hotel. And I'm like, aren't there any white girls in Chicago? I don't know. It was weird. I mean, my manager sent them a bathing suit picture. Maybe that's what they liked. I don't know, but I thought that was very strange. I didn't want to ask them, why are you hiring me? Because they might go, I don't know why we're hiring you either. But then I ended up keeping the wig, and I wore it for my Rita Hayworth character. Because now and then everybody goes, oh, she looks like Jessica Rabbit, but I was trying to do Rita Hayworth, but they're kind of similar.
Who cares? The check cash is the same, right? You know, it's like you can like me for whatever reason you want, right?
So I think for me, I haven't
Is it easier?
been limited as much.
Is it easier?
Also, remember, I'm a hand model. I did the Pillsbury Doughboy commercial.
Right.
I punched him in the tongue. I like to say I gave the Pillsbury Doughboy the finger.
Or a hand job?
Yes, many hand jobs. So I've done like International Diet Coke commercials. I've done Kraft Good Seasoned salad dressing. I've done Entenmann's bread. I've done I even done a Mattel. I cut all my nails off and made me like Barbie hands, like little girl hands. And then I just talked like a little girl. And then I was like playing with my horse, and I was going with my hands. So then I do legs. I did the billboard for Kim Basinger's legs. It was on Sunset.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
For My Stepmother's an Alien. And then I did Sarah Jessica Parker's hands for Ed Wood. I did Leah Remini. I body doubled Leah Remini in this scene. It was a fantasy scene where the guy's in a car with her. and he looks down and he fantasizes her in lingerie with the garter belt and the stockings, and that they're having this affair. But it was me, and I got to do that one. So there's every once in a while, you wouldn't know me though, because I wear blonde wigs, I wear different wigs. So luckily, because I'm so versatile, I've been able to do, and with the voiceovers, of course, you don't know me, and body doubles, you don't know me. And so I'm always working in some capacity. I also do makeup, and I'm scheduled Monday to do a makeup job for a film. And I did a film where I did Eric Roberts, and then I did Tom Sizemore last month. So I have different makeup jobs. I cut hair, and that's a different, thing. So I'm always doing something. I just like to be creative, and I like comedy is my favorite thing to do. But James Hong actually roasted me. I was roasted. Yeah, it's on YouTube, and
we should watch that real quick.
Oh my God, it's so funny. I mean,
we have time for just one more thing, and then we have to go, or I have to go.
Yes.
Okay, so James Hong, cross-reference with Joycelyn Lew, will give us.
He's also in The Arrogant Dragon too. He's got a little part in that, which is interesting. I don't know if it would be in here.
So let's go Joycelyn Lew, James Hong.
It's roast. It would be under roast, because there were about 6 different people that roasted
me. There it is.
Oh, there he is. See his picture? Yeah.
I know how to find stuff, Miss Joycelyn. Well, we don't have time for the whole hour.
No, but anyway, you can see him doing that.
Got a lot of great people here. Tell them to sit here.
He's been around forever, man.
Bruce Lee, who is Kung Fu's cousin, Tofu, and who is
James is in the middle.
Bruce Lee's favorite hamburger. You got it. His favorite.
In addition to having a black belt, Peter also has a brown, beige.
I don't know whether I don't have a script at the Academy Awards, and on the first couple of rows there wasn't one Asian person, and that's a shame. Back a couple rows was John Cho, but actually he's White Castle, so that. But thank you. A little louder next time. It's I've been in this what? Oh, closer. That's my daughter just giving me directions as usual. Stand up, April. Stand up. My daughter, April Hong. And next to her is my wife for some 40-some odd years.
Wow.
But it's talking about the Academy Awards, I've been in this industry for 65 years. In fact, last month in February 22nd was my 88th birthday. And I'm still alive.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Joycelyn Lew. I want to thank you for joining me and the interview. And I have had a wonderful time. I want to thank you so much. And I will go ahead and have this edited for you sometime this week.
Okay, no worries.
And so all I can do is wish you a healthy and happy, safe weekend. And
I'm so glad we connected again.
This is CJ Davidson telling you later days and better ways. Bye-bye.